Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to try and make some more room improvements. It's a Sunday. I need to go to CEX and I need to actually start moving some stuff around because the amount of games and stuff that is on my floor is now getting a little bit out of hand. I've also ordered, so potentially in the next video, we'll see, maybe a couple of videos, I don't know, it depends upon how long eBay takes to get some stuff to me. I've ordered a cool game that CEX do not sell from the PlayStation 3 era, so that should rock up. And then I've also bought a job lot of DVDs that I spent like £9 on, and I intend to take them directly to CEX and make a video about that. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I want to try and get all of this stuff on the shelves today. In an ideal world, I would like to build the Billy. My only apprehension behind building the Billy and putting it in place, right, is covering up that plug socket. I would quite like if I could get that plug socket moved to that wall, but somebody said that apparently that is not as easy as I think it's going to be, or wished it was. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping that I can fit the Billy in and it not be too much of a problem. If I can get a plug behind it and have an extension lead coming off of it, I don't know. We'll see, I do suppose. But yeah, that's the sort of plan for today, is start moving more stuff around, keep making more room updates. It's been pretty productive. My lights are still working. Nothing has exploded from, the other day's worth of effort and messing about with those, so we're all good there. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything in particular that I'm aiming for at Stafford today, but I need to get out in the sun because I've not gone walkabouts today. And then actually tonight I'm going to the cinema to see a film called Weapons, which I was going to go and see anyway, but it seems to be getting pretty good reviews, like really, really good reviews. So now I'm really looking forward to it, although it looks pretty long. 2.5 hours for a horror film is pretty nuts. Most horror films trend shorter, so we'll see what that's like. But it's getting good reviews, so it's got to be good. Let's go. Off we go. I've just got in the car and I'm like baffled at how warm it is. And the car is saying it's 27 degrees. What? I thought it was like 20 at the minute. Oh no. It's way too warm. And I've still got 5 hours before I'm going to the cinema. Let's hope to be fair, building the shelves could take that long. I'm going to have to turn the aircon on. Guys, send mental thoughts, mental willpower to before I leave CEX to tell my air conditioning back in my office to turn itself on. That air conditioning was like the best thing I ever got. Of all the different room updates I've had over the years, that air conditioning was absolutely worth it. Let's go. Parked somewhere different today because I'll be back here later on anyway. Oh, I've just watched the BMW give up trying to park behind. There's loads of space in here, fella. Yeah, pay for parking now and it'll still cover me in 5 more hours' time, so might as well. Today was a bit of a slower day in CEX. The Assassin's Creed collection that was there the day prior has gone. That did not take long. The Assassin's Creed 2 Black Statue. Somebody commented that they have got a white version of it with the Ezio's original robes, the one that were from his dad. And I think if I was going to have that collector's edition, I'd want that one, the white robes, because those are the iconic robes from Assassin's Creed 2. Like when you think of Assassin's Creed 2, you don't think of Ezio in Altair's armor, you think of him in those white robes. So I think if I was going to get the collector's edition, I want it to be that one. So I looked it up on CEX's website, and it is not common. It's pretty cheap. In fact, the one that CEX had the day prior, that with the Altair's armor one, the black edition, that was more than double the price. I think that was like 135, whereas the one from with the white robes is like 65, something like that. So that's really reasonable. So if I was to ever stumble across that, I'd definitely get it. However, there are about none of them. Also, check this out. Anytime you see me recording the floor like this, it's because CEX is busy and I'm trying not to record people. And I like trying to keep it in one clip just because it makes the editing process a little bit smoother. But yeah, so keeping an eye out for more collector's editions, especially with my increasing shelf space. Like now that I'm getting all these extra shelves, that I've got extra room to future-proof my room in terms of buying stuff. In the meantime, anyway, collector's editions are pretty cool for filling up that space and making it not look so empty. Like right now, I've got half a shelf of PS3 space, I guess, but 2 collector's editions, the Painkiller, Hell and Damnation, and Fallout 3 collector's edition, are both taking up those spaces. It's a cool space saver, I do suppose. There are a few collector's editions that I'm like keeping an eye out for that I could hunt down if I wanted to. For example, one that I would really like is the Dishonored 2 one. Comes with a steelbook, comes with a Corvo mask. It looks very cool. I saw it once in Stoke, and it was before I was really spending that amount of money on stuff, so I didn't get it. And before I was really getting any collector's editions, like I distinctly remember when I was younger, like when I was a kid, thinking, why does anyone get collector's editions? It's the same game. You're just getting extra stuff that you can't do anything with. And then I suppose now as an adult looking back on that, I was like, those collector's editions weren't really for the children. They were for the adult nerds with adult money that wanted to spend adult money on silly things. Gotcha. And check this out. So I'm sure someone is paying attention and heard me say, I'm getting the WWE games, and thus traded all of them into CEX Stafford because that's the one I go to. I'm convinced. Utterly convinced. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors 4 just there. Hinting. Dynasty Warriors 5 here. Gonna have to Google how many of them there are. Pretty successful haul. I got like 5 games. I'll be back here in like 4.5 more hours. And yeah, I'm gonna go home now. Try and start moving stuff around and see if we can build that Billy. It can't take too long. It's only a little one. I wonder what tools I need. I need to find me tools. I feel like I keep messing around with tools. Lots of tools. Let's go. Mental note, because I'm feeling the you guys shouting at me to do it. Turn on my office air conditioning. Sending command. Come on. Done. Right, home time. One more idea I've had is in that corner, I could put a full-sized Billy, like them ones. Obviously, I'd have to lose the 3 shelves with the 9 displayed on, but I could, and that'd be a hell of a lot more room. And then I could also move that Billy as well somewhere else. That's a temptation. My only concern is, would it make the room feel smaller with that? I mean, I don't know, I doubt it, you know? I'm sure it would be fine. I'm just sort of thinking out loud, you know? But let's begin putting that together, shall we? Alright, so I haven't actually built the unit yet, but I've moved all the PC stuff. So PC now exists on a little tray with some wheels and stuff, and then I'm going to wheel it under there eventually. I've got some cables and some trunking, so there will always be a couple of cables going that way across, and then a couple of cables coming out the back of the PC because of this thing. And then also there will need to be power to it. So I need a longer extension cable so that it's not just that, because I can then feed it round the back and have it come here, I'm thinking. I just want to hide everything in this sort of space here. Anyway, it's now cinema time, so let's go do that. You know, I said it would be about 5 hours until I was back, and that 5 hours has actually flown. The copyright. I've got 15 minutes till the advert starts, so technically I'm going to be early. Oh well, I'll make a couple of videos on the way there for TikTok. Well, that was nuts. That film was nuts. The lighting's a bit bad. I'll talk about it when I get home. Give me a minute. Right, I'm home. So I saw weapons today. I'm also looking for the games that I bought today. I can't find. There they are on top of the toaster. Because of course they're on top of the toaster. So yeah, I saw weapons today. That was really good. I didn't expect it to be quite such an ensemble film. Like, there really wasn't a singular main character. Like, at the beginning of the film, it kind of looked like the girl from Ozark was going to be the main character, who at this point is kind of like the woman version of Pedro Pascal. She's been in so much stuff recently. She was in Wolfman, she was in Fantastic Four, she was in this. I think she's in something else that's coming out soon. I didn't realise she was in this. I don't think. I've only seen the trailer a couple of times. I try and avoid trailers. Once I know I'm going to watch a film, I try to avoid the trailers, because otherwise my brain will do that thing where it'll put 2 and 2 together from a trailer and know what's going to happen, and I don't want that. Like, yeah. But the film was really, really quite good. I feel like horror films are some of the best films that are coming out in recent years. They're just getting better every year. Horror films are not just, bunch of teenagers go to the woods and they get up to no good and then they all get dead anymore, you know, like they were for a long time. Now you get things that are a little bit more psychological. Still no Oscars, I don't believe, but yeah. Anyway, I've still not showed you what I got from CEX, so let's do that, shall we? I got, I think, 3 things today, and all of them pretty cool. So first things first, I got this. This is about my 7th version of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, and the reason I got this one specifically is because of the not to be sold separately thing. That is printed onto the cover art as well, which is pretty cool. I have the Platinum version, the regular version, the regular PS2 trilogy version, the PC version, and the HD PS3 version, I think twice. So quite a few versions of that game at this point, and I got that just because I thought it was cool. Next up, we got... I don't often get Xbox games anymore, but I think this is an Xbox exclusive, and Steelbooks are kind of cool regardless. And I have never seen this one before. Perfect Dark Zero. Very cool, very nice. $5. One of the rare ones. I do think CEX is starting to get a little bit savvier with this, where typically they are pricing the Steelbook editions of games a little bit more individually. Not so much with the newer consoles, I've noticed, like PS4 and 5, but PS3 and that era seem to have been getting a little bit more savvy with it. And then finally, because at some point I'm going to collect them, and this has been in my CEX for ages and is the cheapest one of them, Dynasty Warriors 6. Sounds like a laugh. So that's it for today. In the next video, we'll probably be once again travelling around to, I think, Argos and B&Q, because I need to buy more cables and stuff like that, and like a power extension, and still sorting out my office. There might even be another IKEA trip on the cards at some point, we'll see. So subscribe and I'll see you in a bit.